Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are in another video where we are going to learn a topic that is a hot potato and contentious issue in the world. India's CAA and the dystopian secularism. Citizen Amendment Act, CAA, and India's dystopian secularism. What is it? How does it affect the world? Why it is contentious? Why critics argue it should not be how it is? And what is India doing? We are going to discuss in this video. Keep connected. So, let's have its introduction. CAA and secularism. The CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, passed in 2019, aims to provide Indian citizenship to persecuted minorities from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, excluding Muslims. In 2019, India has passed an Amendment Act, the Citizenship Amendment Act, in which India says that any people from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh can join their countries and get their citizenship, but they should not be Muslims. India says that India is a democratic country and secular country. Secular means a country where any religion is not given any priority. India being a Hindu state, Hindu country, it says that we are secular and democratic, which the world sees as a good omen. However, India says that any people from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan can join them. Hindus, Baha'is, Christians, Sikhs, whatever religion they belong to, but the Muslims should not join them. This Amendment Act in 2019 says that the Muslims cannot join them. Due to this thing that the Muslims are excluded from this, the world and humanitarian supporting people argue that why is it so that India, calling itself as a secular country or democratic country in the world, the largest democratic country in the world, says that the Muslims cannot join them. Furthermore, we are going to discuss in our upcoming time here in the lecture that India says that undocumented Muslims, undocumented people, especially mainly the Muslims, and the hint also goes towards the Muslims, those who are undocumented Muslims or people will be excluded from their country, they will be kicked out of their country. So, let's see, what is secularism? Secularism. India's constitution guarantees secularism, which means the state does not favor any particular religion. India's constitution, the set of rules and regulations of India, says that we are a secular country, means we do not support or favor any particular religion. And saying that in their constitution, then again, they are saying that the Muslims are not allowed in our country and people from these countries, excluding the Muslims, can join them. So that raises a concern throughout the world that why are Muslims not allowed, or why, if Muslims are not allowed, then why India calls itself as a democratic and secular country. Secular means any country that does not favor any particular religion. Religious discrimination. Critics argue that the CAA violates India's secular principles by excluding Muslims from citizenship eligibility. Those people who are the critics who point out the things from this Amendment Act, the CAA, they say that why India is violating its own constitution, calling itself as a secular and democratic country. They say that the Muslims are excluded from citizenship eligibility, that they cannot be citizens of India, they are not eligible to be the citizens of India. So the critics argue throughout the world this thing, and specifically in the Muslim areas. National Register of Citizens. Now, one other thing that India puts as a bomb on the population of India as well as throughout the Muslims is this thing. NRC and CAA combined want to deport undocumented citizens, mainly Muslims. First thing, in India, it's very difficult for the Muslims to get Indian citizenship who live there for quite a lot of time. They have this discrimination since 1947 when Pakistan got independence. And now this organization, the National Register of Citizens, like in Pakistan it's NADRA, they and the CAA, which is the bill amendment passed over there, they both combined want to deport undocumented citizens. And what is deport? Deport means they want to put these people out of their country. Undocumented means those who are not registered citizens of India. For instance, in Pakistan, they have not CNIC, so they are undocumented. In the same way, in India, if it is saying that they are undocumented, it means that they have not CNIC and they are not the registered citizens of India, specifically the Muslims. So when these people are not documented citizens of India, they want this organization and this one means India combined. India wants to deport these Muslims. Dystopian secularism. What is dystopian? Dystopian means imaginary. Something which completely is opposite to what should be the real thing. Secularism, bedini. Critics argue that government's secularism to dystopian is to be dystopian because they undermine equality and justice. There is no equality and there is no justice because Muslims are excluded from this main thing called citizenship eligibility. When they are not the citizens of any country would behave wrongly with them, like it happens in Pakistan. If Afghanis come over here as refugees, so the Pakistani people do not behave well with them. In some situations, like if they have been long living over here. However, as guests, we value the people. Going towards our topic back, India does not guarantee equality with the Muslims. They welcome other religions, specifically the Hindus. Like in Pakistan, many Hindus are going towards India. Why? Because they are giving them the citizenship. And the persecuted ones, the Hindus who are leaving from Pakistan there, they want that there is some betterment, but they call themselves that we are persecuted over here. And when India has this statistics that how many Hindus or non-Muslims move from Pakistan or Afghanistan and Bangladesh to them, India will show the statistics to the world that these all people were persecuted. They will call Pakistan as a persecutive country, as a country who persecutes the non-Muslims, Bangladesh and Afghanistan as well, and they'll show this statistics to the world that they are cruel. These countries will be depicted as cruel by India. So there is no equality and justice because some religions are given priority, like Hinduism themselves, Sikhism, and other religions, specifically Muslims and Islam, is not given equality and justice. Now, what are the implications of CAA and what are its protections? Protests and unrest throughout India and throughout the world. There have been a long protests and unrest in India as well as in other countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, where they say they are protesting and unrest has been spread into the people. Why they have passed the Citizenship Amendment Act, in which they make non-Muslims eligible but Muslims are ineligible. International concerns throughout the world, the media people, media persons, as well as the common people are raising concerns, international concerns, why it is happening. So why are Muslims excluded from getting the Indian identity or Indian nationality? India's global image. No doubt when India does so in X and in constitution, they accept that we are a good country, and they and India says that they are a good country, but but its image is completely going back. It's because of this thing. Thank you so much.